Here we are, the same dollar Swiss. Thank you.
Okay.
Dollar Swiss 5-minute chart. Okay. Now you see here what? Look at the L1 line. Let me just make sure this is set up properly. Yep. Okay. Remember, center band. Center band is the L1. Okay. Now what we're doing is on an overall, look at my E1 and E2 line. All right, on an overall. The stochastics is to the floor. So just on the stochastic alone, I'm using it as a support, as a backup. Not really depending on the stochastics too much. Okay? That's another mistake that I feel a lot of traders do, is that you rely too much on your stochastics. It's a good tool. However, it is still, I use it as a confirmation. I use it as a confirmation to basically follow my L1 and L2.
See ya. Bye now. I come back after.
So basically what you see here is the fact that L1 and L2 are crossing. Let me zoom in just a tad. Okay. So there they are. L1 and L2, they're crossing. The price, as I said, should come down a little bit more and then make its way back up to the E3 line, the L3 line, which the L3 line for some reason is not showing up here on the chart, but the L3 line is tagging at 105.45, which is around the top Bollinger Band here. Okay. So let's continue to look at this dollar Swiss on a 1-hour chart now. Okay. Let's backtrack here just a tad. And I want to show you something. Okay. All right. Now, what do we see here on this 4-hour chart, dollar Swiss? E1 line coming down. E2 line is pretty much horizontal, right? E2 line is pretty much horizontal. Okay. So now what I'm expecting is that once these two guys do tag, I feel that this dollar Swiss will now make its way back up. Now this is where it's important as traders. You should have your lines already set up from here. You should have a line here at 115.44. Another one at 114.85. Here, the last time the L7 and E1 crossed, see it was, see right here, L7 and E1 crossed. That's the last time dollar Swiss was ranging. E1 fell, price started to fall. But you should already have that level there again. 115.45, 114.85, 113.45, 111.45, 110.25, 109 even, 107.50. So now when this E1 line, as you can see, it looks like it's somewhere around here, and its angle somewhere around here should, or it could be sooner, depending on what, guys, you notice what's going on in the markets now, okay? But everything's going on in the markets now. This E1 line could turn a little quicker. So when they start doing this turn here, when it makes this turn here towards the E2 line, it's going to do something similar to what we saw in the pound dollar. This is my pound dollar. This is my other computer here. There's again my 152.15 at this computer as well, on this set of charts as well. You can see here that once on my 5-minute chart, So right here when the E1 and the E2 crossed, price switch directions. Same thing I feel is going to happen with the dollar Swiss. So that's to answer your question, Dave. See? Now, on an overall, on this daily chart, what you should do, and most traders you should do this, is go ahead and grab your fibs. Go ahead and grab your fibs. And you start it from here. I'm sorry, you start it from here. The only problem here is that there is no real bottom established here. So let's just say right now is the bottom here. Now see the Gann fans that are here, this solid white, this solid yellow line. We can go over the Gann fans. See if maybe we have time today. We can go over the Gann fans, but see, it came and tested the Gann fans again. Okay. Really, what I want you guys to see is we're gonna start entering phase. If this bounces off this Gann fan, which I think it will, if this bounces off this Gann fan, and that you see in the E1 line on that 4-hour chart, because it's more on a longer term trade, so that's why we're using the 4-hour chart on this dollar Swiss. See, dollar Swiss has been overall falling from 116.30 to where it is now present. Okay, it's been falling since June 3rd. So since June 3rd, dollar Swiss has been falling. Now, the reason why I'm using the 4-hour chart because I'm looking to trade this dollar Swiss on a more longer term. I don't trade dollar Swiss normally. I really, when I do trade dollar Swiss, I only trade for more long-term trades, more position trading. I don't really scalp off dollar Swiss. The reason why is because, again, you guys should know that you should, on a daily basis, you should be concentrating on just one currency pair, maybe two. But on this situation here, with dollar Swiss falling so hard, it should bounce off this Gann fan here. It should bounce off this level. So let's just assume for the moment, for this training session, that dollar Swiss has hit bottom. Once it comes to test 14 at 106.75, I'm going long. Target is either the E1 line or the 23% retracement. Either way, it's about 90 points. So you see, Dave, how we use the E1 line in many different ways. I use it with a fib retracement. I use it to confirm, we've used it, you've been in the room, we've used it with an over-under, under-over. If it's a horizontal, we use it to bounce off. See like right here, look at the E1. Price has bounced off several times. 1, 2, 3. See that? Under-over. See that? But the E1 line, in this case, I'm using it as somewhat as shooting at a moving target, if you will. See, 14%. When the price comes back up to here, hopefully the E1 line is back on an uptrend, so it should pull the price towards the 23%, which is, again, I just pointed out, 90 points away. At that same time that the E1 line is up on the uptrend, I want to see the center line, or what is that we said? Equals the L1 line. So center line equals the L1 line. I want to start seeing that turn to the upside, and then eventually it's going to hit the 23%, and then back down to the 23, and then back up to the 38. That's phase 1 of Fibonacci's retracement. So we're talking about nice movements here on an overall 90 points from 23 to 38, 150 points back down, maybe halfway, 50% from that. I'm talking about 75 points. See, this is what I'm looking forward to. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, not Friday, but Sunday, next week. Okay? That's what's going on in the markets now. This euro, if there is a climb in this euro, but then it will fall. I feel that euro will fall some more. Okay? If that falls, the dollar Swiss should climb up to these levels. Okay, and the levels are, what we're talking about is that 106, 107 area. Okay, so the key is to see Euro has rallied. This is why I said I sent you in some text messages to some. Oh, actually, you said, Dave, you didn't get it. But you know, the Euro was rallying, but I feel that it should fall again. And when that happens, this dollar Swiss should kick in. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's right. That's the what I wanted to show you next. Let me use my yeah, this is actually a good chart, guys. Right now, let me just take a 5-minute break, but I want you guys, all of you guys, to draw a fib retracement from 106 35 to where dollar Swiss is at right now. Go ahead and do that now. We'll take a 5-minute break. This and remember to add. It should be standard 23, 38, 50 and percent retracements, but make sure you add in this retracement 14.2, 74.6, and 100%. Oh. Okay, stop recording.